up over 100, mate.
Yeah, I was daring you to go side by side if I really.
Joe, that was fucking close.
I stayed on the line.
I keep
Yeah, as long as
seeing
not
it
on
lately.
the line, it's fine, mate. Don't worry.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
No. Never change, Joe.
I'll try not to.
Oh fuck.
Oh, Nick, no! Oh!
Oh no! I'm out. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm fucking.
Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, they are. Hooray! They're eating me. Ah! Oh, God. Sorry. This is so proper.
So you're not getting anywhere near.
Oh, I've spun at the chicane. Can I reset the track? Yes, I can. I'm just trying to keep Mazepin behind me at all times.
It's really important thing, I think, for this race. That and finish.
Yeah.
It's,
Good luck, everybody.
Oh, that's so much wheel spin. Oh, it's a bad start.
Okay, now.
You just sent it.
Horrible something grass.
Fucking hell.
Oh, who put me on his side?
Booth just killed people.
Good. You just murdered me, did you? Someone did.
I got a girl.
The dulcet tones of the Formula Road drivers, ladies and gentlemen. Get that here. But hanging.
It's only coming out of your nose.
Oh, you absolute shit muncher!
Bring it.
Oh, I got Ryan sending it. Oh, no, I'm spinning. I respect that. That was
No.
bold.
Got me fucking cold out there, you know, it's full.
Do it again.
Going for that button.
Ah, fuck. Swampy's dead. Oh, it's
Oh, Swampy! Oh! Does anyone know if there's been any word on Kart Draft Monster? I think it's still. I think it's still. Oh, fuck! Oh! Now why were you doing that? Start. Sorry, no need. I don't think that one was on me, eh? Hello everyone. It's been a while, I know, but we've been waiting. We've been playing the waiting game for Look Inversion, and finally Look Inversion has been added to this game. So we shall continue with our story. If you're new to this, the catch-up stories are on my YouTube page. Links on the page there, on the Twitch page, I should say. And as far as I can remember, there's 2 races at war. One of them has found some weird artifact which is screwing up the other one, because essentially one of them was like really tech heavy and the other one wasn't, and the tech heavy one was basically using resources from the untech heavy side, and they found out and they weren't happy about it, and I think that's basically it. And now there's some sort of blockade and they're about to have a fight, and I think the Federation's gone in to try and sort it out. So let's carry on. Let's see what happens. Of course, Spock was there, wasn't he? Spock's doing his thing. The voice actor playing Spock is fantastic, by the way. This is the tech heavy guys, I think. Yeah, and then the guys with kind of like stones in their heads, they're kind of like the dudes that are like the miners, but they're the ones holding all the cards now. And I think we're going to be doing some negotiating.
You may approach.
Cool.
Your Majesty, an apology is in order. The Federation...
Spare us your apologies, your excuses, your pathetic explanations. You said you were here under the pretense of peace, yet you trespassed into our minds. I should have known you couldn't be trusted when you sided with the Elydians. Your intentions have been clear from the start.
I just want to know what's
We
going
knew
on.
you were hiding something. We had to find the truth.
I hope you were satisfied with what you found.
Your Majesty,
Oh, dear.
if I may,
Her actions nearly caused a war.
I was addressing the Queen.
Galvin speaks for the Hotari now.
I wonder if I can pause. Can I
Fortunately, we
pause
were
this
able to
or
resolve
will it
this
skip?
ourselves despite your interference.
We'll wait.
The
I can
Elydians have
change
agreed the
I can
mines will
change the screen, make it
remain
look nicer for you.
under Hotari control.
We now recognize the Hotari as the sole authority in this region. Your presence here is no longer necessary.
So you can consider the matter resolved.
Why would you do that? You've given up everything and gained nothing.
We have peace. Fairness was never part of the bargain.
I thank you for coming. But the sooner the Federation leaves, the better.
The hell we will.
Captain,
What about my crew trapped aboard that ship? Or what you did to my security team? The data you stole? I want to make one thing clear. No one is to leave Hotari space without Federation approval. No one.
You think you have that power, when in fact you have none. You came here under the presumption you would be the ultimate authority. That you would show up and render judgment in this petty dispute over precious resources between lesser people. But instead, your arrogance and self-interest was your undoing.
Bit harsh.
Blinding you to the real power at work here. Something far beyond your feeble imagination.
We came at your request. To help solve the problem, not
You
create
came
one.
because I wanted to see the mighty Federation for myself. The greatest power in the galaxy.
Oh, aye.
Needless to say, I was disappointed.
Dickhead.
They never wanted our help. They were setting us up from the start. Commander Rydek saw what you did in those mines. How you bioformed innocent people against their will and turned them into Takan.
The lost race. That's right.
Takan. A word I haven't heard in a very long time.
Yeah, they're genetically changing people,
At the
that's
height
right.
of our power, the Takan Empire spanned hundreds of thousands of light years and trillions of Taconians.
An empire that encompassed what is now considered Federation territory.
What's yours was once ours, so it feels only right that we reclaim what was lost. Everything you hold dear will be gone.
Well, this is worrying.
The first of many painful losses to come.
You won't get away with this. You'll be held accountable by the Federation.
I already have gotten away with it. And the Federation has no authority here. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You might be surprised how many want to be part of the most advanced civilization the galaxy has ever seen. We will not stop until we've reclaimed what is rightfully ours. Imagine what a queen, a starship captain, or even a Federation ambassador could accomplish if their power was wielded by a truly superior entity. In the face of
Believe in your own
such
bullshit, pal.
impossible odds against an adversary so clearly more advanced in every way, the only logical choice is to submit.
never.
Shot for that, pal.
Seize them.
Uh-oh.
Get us out of here. Now!
Rydek to Resolute. Beam us out.
You ever done something like this before?
Close quarters combat? Infiltrating an enemy stronghold?
Something like that.
So these guys are
I
still
once
on
spent
the
6 days crawling through sewers during
alien
the
ship.
siege of Tofar Ket to retake the
I
citadel
forgot about
there.
these dudes.
That's just one of many campaigns I've served in. My dress uniform is well decorated.
I'm glad we're here with you. We need your kind of experience.
I should say you do. And I'll be glad to have Lieutenant Itasca with us. She fought shoulder to shoulder with me in that siege.
So you're pretty close, huh?
She's like a daughter to me. She's saved my life more than once. She's more than just a comrade in arms.
Don't worry. We'll get her and the others free.
I'll worry less when that's been done. But once we have my comrades, proper soldiers, we'll be able to retake the bridge. Then, our fleets will catch up to us.
Hopefully.
The ATP is just down that corridor.
Is this the artillery platform?
This is the power distribution for the forward armament cluster.
Looks a bit knackered. Who are those guys? He seems to know them.
There was combat here. Disruptor burns on the walls. Signs of a grenade detonation.
Is there another way in?
The only way is through there. We could go halfway around the ship and would end up coming into this same area from a different side. But we'd still have to cross that.
The distribution conduits have been knocked loose. The currents in those lines would be lethal. Is there any way to power those down?
Each circuit has a control panel that regulates power to the magnetobanks.
I can do this.
I can track connections between the power lines and the control panels. I should be able to clear a safe path to your crew.
We'll get the door open here.
I can't remember the puzzles. I'll be fine.
It's heavy.
So now I've got inverted controls apparently. Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now we've got movement. So the first one's over here. How'd you... Oh god. Oh, it's right trigger. Okay. Oh, let's just have to go and press them, don't I? There's no minigame. So that one's switched off. Okay. Aha. Like I say, this really is more of an interactive story. Good story, though. Back down here, is it? Yeah. Up and down them ladders. Wait a minute. I've not just done this one. Am I going around in circles now? I think I might be. I am. Okay. Uh-oh. look right. But we'll try it anyway. Oh god. Oh man, this is ropey. Right, so... Boy! Two electrified ladders there that we can't get up. So that's all electrified. Go that way, you crook. Can't go that way. I can't go this way. Oh, a dude. Sweet as enough, right. Oh, inverted controls. Oh! That's alright.
You! Federation, you made it.
Barely. There's a lot of collateral damage out here.
They'd backed us into a corner.
We did that to drive them out. Put some space between us and the enemy. They're here. Get down!
I think they've given up on capture.
Yep.
We'll never make it if we go back that way. You! Give me a hand with this! Go! Go! Behind us!
Nicely done. Okay. Oh, I took that.
Inferior life form.
Down, Federation! You take the lead. We'll keep them busy.
It's still not easy. Dickheads.
Fall back! Hold them back! We can't let them reach the stairs!
Ooh, taking 2 hits there. One more of them and you're done for. Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult enough to get the barrels.
Fall back! Hold them back! We can't let them reach the stairs!
You delay the inevitable.
There's a load more of them now, though.
Federation fools!
Oh! Oh dear. This is tough. Oh, skip to the end.
Fall back! Hold them back! We can't let them reach the stairs!
Oh, I see. I can get hit now. Just can't let him get. Oh. See, as soon as they get, I can't actually get to like.
Come on, hurry! No!
No! You can't just run in there.
You must live to fight.
I think it's got slightly easier every time there. Give me a chance. That's fair. It is a story after all. And I am bad at games.
We let the enemy take them. Hadri and Private Turo.
They weren't the only ones. But if we hadn't, it would have been all of us.
True that.
I'll have to live with that. And I'll answer for it when I die. It's not the Illidian way to leave one of our own behind. It's a sin to do so.
We're not gonna die. Not if I have anything to say about it.
It's more important that we win. When we were in there, trapped, we agreed that we had to live to fight. Hadri agreed. We said, if one of us was taken, the others wouldn't stop. We'd keep going, make our way to the bridge. They died so we could fight on.
The Takan don't want them dead.
They want to steal their bodies. And steal their minds.
The Takan knows everything the host knows.
That means they know our plan. They know we're heading to the bridge.
Probably gotta go a different route then.
Tylus, you should be in sickbay.
I'll finish this.
I couldn't just lie there knowing the entire fate of Hotari hangs
Forgot
in the
how
balance.
rough around the edges this game could be.
How did it go?
Not great.
You look exhausted.
I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty rough.
Oh no. That's what I was afraid of. I heard a rumor that they'd made a deal, that the Illidians agreed to peace. After what we saw Sidron do to the diplomat in the mines, I could hardly believe there was hope, but then... Is that true?
I wish I could tell you otherwise. But it's not real. Galvin orchestrated the whole thing.
I don't understand. Then what happened? I really thought there was a deal.
Galvin bioformed the Illidians into Takan.
What? But what about the Queen? Or the Hotari people? Please tell me they're okay. That there's something the Federation can do.
Of course, we're doing everything we can. The entire Federation stands with the Hotari, and we will stop at nothing to make this right. But I want you to prepare yourself, in case it's too late to save Hotari.
True. Probably have a think about
Where
that.
will I go? I can't go back. I don't have a home anymore. Everything I've ever known is gone.
You're always safe aboard this ship. And you're welcome to stay as long as you need.
Thank you.
The Federation stands with the Hotari. You don't have to doubt it for a second.
Yellow alert.
Uh-oh.
Commander Rydick, we need you on the bridge immediately.
I'm a wall. It'd be quite nice to like run to the bridge now. That'd be quite cool.
Commander. Good to have you back. You didn't opt for the ocular implants.
Maybe someday. The visor was the best the doc could do on short notice.
Oh yeah, that was my fault.
We've got an Elydian ship, the Veskar, rapidly bearing down on our position.
Or what was the Veskar? Now I'm not so sure. Bring it up on the view screen.
600 kilometers in closing. Still coming straight for us.
It's being bioformed. How can it be bioformed if it's a machine? Ah.
Commander?
Have you tried hailing them?
Try it.
Hailing the Elydian ship now. No response.
400 kilometers in closing.
Shields up. Ready phasers.
Shields up. Phasers ready. Incoming.
Lock phasers and open fire.
Heavy damage. But deflectors still at full power?
That bypassed our shields entirely.
That's impossible. God damn it, return fire. Everything we've got. Rydick, modulate the shield frequencies. See if you can get us any cover.
We're getting humped, sir.
Commander,
I've got this. Just keep firing.
Shields still have no effect.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll try another. There!
We've got
Oh,
incoming!
shield
How do they keep matching our shield frequency?
They couldn't.
Unless they've got one of us.
They've compromised our shield algorithms. They can bypass our shields at will.
What?
We are pumped, sir.
He's out cold.
Do something.
Why'd they stop?
Damage report.
Running on emergency power. Major hull damage on decks 4 through 7. Warp core is stable and intact.
We're completely vulnerable.
Commander, we're being held by the Veskar. It's Galvin.
On screen.
Commander Rydick, where's your captain? Not dead, I hope. At least, not yet.
You're dealing with me. Is that a problem?
One inferior life form is as good as another. I have to give you credit, Commander. You survived longer than I thought you would. But make no mistake, your shields are useless, your weapons ineffective, and there's nothing you can do.
You do sort of have us over a barrel here.
At any moment. But I'd rather hear your pleas for mercy first.
You sick fuck.
Your existence is entirely in my hands, and I'm not in a forgiving mood.
It's entirely possible you could destroy us. But the truth is, we're worth more to you alive than dead. Better if we report back to Starfleet about the power of Taconian technology, and the futility of fighting it.
There might be value in that. I've been thinking about what you said, Commander. You claimed I would be held accountable, and here I am. Hold me accountable.
That's a fair point.
The Veskar's weapons are powering up.
Oh dear, I think this might be the end for us.
But of course, now you are entirely at my mercy. Because there's merit to the idea you're worth more to me alive. Tell your Federation the Takan are as merciful as they are powerful. That you were fortunate to escape with your lives. But next time, you may not be so lucky.
We appreciate your mercy.
And you rely on it.
I've lost their signal.
Can you track their warp signature?
Nothing. It's untraceable,
that.
just like before.
Notify Ambassador Spock. I want everyone in the briefing room to discuss our options.
What's the status of the repairs?
Hull breach should be patched up in a matter of hours. Impulse power is at 67%. Should be fully restored soon.
Still no luck tracking Galvin's warp signature. They've all but disappeared.
Keep trying. Finding that son of a bitch is the best shot we've got.
Commander Rydick, you had the Khan after the ship was attacked. What is your assessment, given our current situation and the losses we have suffered?
I think we don't know enough. We need more information.
In that case, we might have an option. Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan
the Guardian.
Empire. If anyone could find Galvin, it would be him.
That's assuming he's willing
If
to
you're
help
a
us.
TNG fan, he was
True,
obviously in
but there's only
season
one way to find
or two,
out.
I think.
Wouldn't we need to secure authorization from the Federation Council to contact him?
The nearest Federation outpost is Angoria. I can travel there by shuttle and inform them personally of the threat from the Takan. Meanwhile, the Resolute can travel to the Delphi Ardu system in search of Portal 6-3.
I still have my doubts.
I do not. Captain William T. Riker has first-hand experience with the area and with Portal 6-3. His guidance will prove invaluable. and
Oh,
should
we getting
alleviate your
Riker.
concerns.
Are we getting Riker?
Delphi Ardu 4 is a restricted zone for
Get a bit
good
of Riker
reason.
action.
For all we know, we could be walking into a trap. Not to mention the high likelihood Portal 6-3's allegiance will be with the Takan. It's just too much of a risk. A waste of time. Time we can't afford to lose.
Right now, we have no way of knowing where those two Elydian ships are, or where they're going. Another Taconian might be able to at
I love
least
how this
point us in the
captain
right
just makes
direction.
bad choice after
Or
bad choice.
we're the ones pointing him right toward his fellow Takan, making the problem worse.
I am inclined to agree with Commander Rydick. Her logic is sound. This portal may have knowledge that proves to be invaluable, including information on the nature of the Cartabula. We must act on the facts at hand.
Then we'll give it our best.
I'll arrange a meeting with Captain Riker.
Yes.
And I will speak with the Council. They need to understand the magnitude of the situation. I can leave for Angoria immediately. I wish you luck finding Portal 6-3. The very future of the Federation may rest in your hands.
What the hell's that, Spock? What kind of face was that you just pulled?
It takes a minimum of 8 crew on the bridge to run the ship. So we can expect at least that many hostiles.
If they bioformed Hadri, they know we're coming.
Which means everyone needs to be ready for...
Take cover!
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong way. That's,
Now
that's
what?
Starfleet officers
We
as
need
well.
that door sealed.
That's how they've got
We can
shield
handle that.
frequencies.
Where do you need us?
There's an access panel there. You should be able to patch into the local systems.
We'll be shot getting there.
I'll cover you. On my signal. Now!
Damn.
Oh, it's all timed. You gotta press the stick within a certain amount of time. Oh no way. I can't remember how to do this. Ah, there we go.
Looking for the bridge doors. Wait, what's this?
Got something?
Gravity. If I invert the artificial gravity inside the bridge, that'll throw anyone on the bridge right up into the ceiling.
They'll never see it coming.
Itasca, get ready to charge!
Charge?
Reversing gravity polarity. Now!
us in.
How do we get them down? What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
So you're just gonna shoot them?
I haven't decided yet.
It's not just up to you.
I'm the ranking officer.
And we're not in your army.
It may not be convenient, but we don't kill enemies who surrender.
Keeping prisoners is a luxury we don't have.
Tough.
It's not a damn luxury.
You're an engineer, not a soldier.
Get fucked,
This is
big
clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation. Each one of them has an innocent life inside. I'll keep watch on them.
As will I. We can't let our guard down around the enemy.
Petty Officer Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of the Takan could show up any minute. Crystals. They're all over this place.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't remember how to do this now. You gotta do weird stuff, haven't you, with your tricorder? Get the tricorder out and give it a little scan there. Let's have a little scan there. Oh, that's lovely.
A red line, running at full power. But this main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
That much reactor output would drive us past the theoretical top speed of this ship. So how fast are we actually going?
Who can say?
This console looks unaffected.
Alright. It's a bit slow to turn. I wonder if I can turn the sensitivity up a bit. Excuse me, folks. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Look at that lovely invert Y tick. Oh, that's nice. Right, get that right up because that was way too slow. Right. I'm just going to make it slightly brighter. I don't know about you folk. I'm finding it a little bit dark. Let's resume. Whoop, whoop. Oy, ho, that might be a bit much. Yeah, it's a... Okay, so that's better, certainly. Let's just take that down a touch. Oh, that's so much better.
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric pulses.
Tetrametric?
It's the energy signature of Takan technology. Everything they make gives off this type of radiation.
Alright.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
Shoot it.
Well, if we're careful, maybe we can blast the crystals off with our phasers.
All right. Just use caution.
Not a scratch.
There are other consoles to try.
True enough.
Two interfaces on top of each other.
This is not Lydian programming.
Oh, still quite a lot to look at.
Gotta figure this out before we get wherever we're going. If the Resolute can't catch up to us, we're in a whole different kind of trouble.
True that. Go over here. Can't touch it because of the crystals, right? Okay. Receiving signal. Hotspur.
Huh.
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Out of ammo?
I'm not sure.
Only works for Takan because it's like it's bio-locked or something. We'll chat to them in a minute, and we'll chat to her in a minute. We got a couple more bits to look at first.
Look here. It's navigational data.
We saw that already. Headed to the edge of the galaxy.
It's only a display. We couldn't use it to change course or alter speed.
Where's the captain?
Captain Ostego did not survive the atmosphere poisoning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He died defending the Empire. That's how he'd want it.
Alright then. Let's go speak to people, see what they've got to say. So we can still speak to our pal and these guys. Speak to these guys first.
Everything under control?
Yes. These Takan haven't made a move. Yet.
And what you're doing is working.
There's plenty more I can do. But it doesn't have to be that way. As long as they behave.
Yeah, you probably want to behave yourselves, lads. This dude wants to kill you.
Any trouble?
Don't worry about me. Worry about Stretch over there.
Why?
He's looking for any excuse to vaporize the prisoners. But I'll make sure he doesn't. Even if they're the enemy, it's not right.
Fair point.
I'm here if you need a hand.
Just hurry up and figure out this bridge. That's the best way to help.
Fair. Right, so I'm going to need to use the tricorder. And look for green things. Alright, man. You look weird in that tricorder. Aha.
It's the Takan language.
From what I can tell, the ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. His control station won't do us any good either.
Okie dokie.
What have they done to this bridge?
Consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
It's a homing signal.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
That should be impossible. But it explains why there's less than a full bridge crew. If they aren't flying the ship from the bridge, where are they controlling it from?
Its destination. Or their minds.
Less than an hour.
We can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship. We're traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of.
Ah.
Even with the engines pushed as hard as they are, they wouldn't produce this speed.
Whether it's these crystals, or the power from the Cartabula, the Takan have found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
We stop it, so they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan.
Self-destruct.
That is, if they don't destroy us all first. I would have thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed. But somehow, that hasn't happened yet.
So what is their endgame? They've transformed individuals, they've transformed this ship, in a way. How far will they go?
As far as we let them. The technology certainly doesn't seem to have limits.
It's a fair point.
I hate to think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power. That's everything. We got some answers.
I don't like what they tell us, though.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk. And if they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey, that's not how we do this.
That is enough from you. I thought that thing was useless.
It was! No power! Until he touched it. The weapons must be bio-coded.
Our technology will only work for one of our kind.
I can assure you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminta.
You can't control this ship with a disruptor.
But I can use it to control you.
Ah!
Let's talk.
The Titan's communications officer says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment. You need to see this. The report on the data breach.
Damn. It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well. Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack, making this so much worse than it already was.
At the risk of stating the obvious, wouldn't changing the algorithms solve the problem?
Yeah, I wish it was that simple. Unfortunately, it's an encrypted code that would take weeks to change, if not longer.
I have Captain Riker for you.
Let's not mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet. Put him through. Captain Riker, this is my first officer, Commander Jara
Jonathan
Ryder.
Frakes.
My pleasure.
Sir.
I wish we were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
We have?
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Residius 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
He's still giving it his all,
he gave me
isn't he?
some good advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
Well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
And let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost? To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
Oh, this old chestnut. I am curious to hear what she says, though.
Ultimately, my responsibility is to the crew at large.
The needs of the many. You have been hanging around Ambassador Spock. But the truth is, it's a trick question.
They're all
Every
important.
situation is different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime directive. Or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him
This is
to
just
let the
randomly
ship go.
playing
All of which is detailed in the
soundtrack
mission
music.
report.
It does not connect.
What we
at
want
all.
from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you, but don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
I'll stand up to him. You can trust in that.
Good, but that's just the first step. Portal is full of bluster and bravado, but he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
I suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Do you think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there. But the moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi Ardu 4, he downloaded the entirety of the ship's computer. So I'd expect the same when you get there.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the board.
Trust me, this isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate. I need to know you're up to this.
Were you equipped to meet Portal 6-3 all those years ago?
I'm here, aren't I?
Yes, you are. And we have the benefit of your experience on our side.
Fair enough. There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire,
you were
we
holding
determined
shit
the best
back.
course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted
This
space.
is completely unnecessary
Just
cameo from
remember
Jonathan
what I've told
Frakes.
you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route. Marcus Aurelius.
Thank you for your support, Captain Riker.
I wish I could be there myself. But my first officer would probably see to it that I stay on the bridge while they get all the excitement on the away mission. The burdens of command. Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that Takan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
We're still assessing the extent of the breach. Nothing to
What?
report as of right now.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious. Which is why I'm asking.
Nah, you need to know.
One thing we know is that they stole Starfleet shield
This
algorithms.
captain is an
Shield
absolute
algorithms. That could jeopardize
ratbag.
every ship in the fleet.
I
We're
do
still
not
making
like
sure
this
our
guy. That's it.
assessment
I'm
is
done with
accurate.
him.
We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
This is as real as
I
it
am
gets.
sick of this guy trying to get his
I have to
own-
talk to
Oh,
Starfleet
I suppose
Command
I
now,
did.
so I think this conversation has come to an end.
I think so too.
I really do hope you get Portal 6-3 and find those Takan before this gets
You
out
weren't
of control.
going to tell Riker.
Riker out.
You J. Jonah Jameson
I
looking
specifically
stupid
said I wanted to keep this
motherfucker.
under wraps.
Yeah, and you're an
I
idiot.
thought we had an understanding.
Nah, I'm not lying for you
Now all
anymore.
of
That's it.
Starfleet will hear about this.
Aye, and you look like a
I'm
dick.
sorry,
so what?
Captain, but I didn't feel comfortable lying to a superior officer.
I have no problem telling Starfleet.
Ah, you do.
I just didn't want Riker holding this over me.
Why would he?
Now I have to think about the damage control of it all.
You're
You're
too
dismissed.
worried about your. You're too concerned about your reputation, pal. You need to be taken off of command.
It's the automated Federation warning buoy. Transmitting the disable code Captain Riker provided.
That was unpleasant. Commander Ermont, what are the conditions of our systems?
All internal systems operational.
Commander Westbrook, what are your scans of the planet?
Really not liking this
Nothing
guy.
out of the ordinary.
No sign of this outrageously powerful Takan being?
I'm running a magneton scan now, but so far, nothing.
Where are you? Prep your way, team. don't know if Portal 6-3 will cooperate. If he's not an asset, he's an enemy. So be ready for anything.
Meanwhile,
Prove you're worth keeping alive for a little while longer.
I cannot stop this ship any more than you could stop the tides.
Not good enough.
The impotent threats of a lower life form do not sway me. I will not bend to you. I was born 600,000 years ago. But a new age dawns today.
Are you the scion of the flame?
My name is Zan Utlosa. I was born in the final days of the Age of Makto. And we are all scions of the flame. Every one of us who have traveled across the Bridge of Time to be here for the Great Awakening. We have all sworn ourselves to the cause.
Eventually, one of you will break.
You don't understand how overmatched you truly are. This craft was nothing before we imbued it with the speed required by our mission. And the Cartabula produces enough energy to drive an entire fleet of ships like this one. But when we wake the Aphelion, we won't need a fleet.
The Aphelion?
Only then will you understand the might of the Takan Empire. Reborn in this time.
And when you wake the Aphelion, what are you going to do with it?
Anything we want.
Come on! This goes from bad to worse unless you do what they say.
It's coming alive.
You can't stop the ship.
Then he will. Or we cut off his hands and use them ourselves.
The moment I reduce speed or change our heading, the others will know. First, they'll just resume course from elsewhere. Trivial matter. And then, they will come here. For you, this is a dead end.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Not if they're just going to start it again.
So you believe him?
I'm not sure.
Why would you tell us all this?
I tell you because I value my own life. When my fellow scions come, and they will come, I expect you'll all act like the savages you are, and a battle will ensue. We've all died once. I don't intend to do so again. I won't touch those controls. If you want to get us killed, do it yourselves.
Well, I'll just let him kill you.
You fear death. There's a way to stop this ship for good, and he knows how. He just needs more pressure.
Starting to agree with you, man.
What kind of pressure?
We heard him. He'll talk. Trust me.
That's against Starfleet protocol.
You're not on a Starfleet ship. Your protocol does not apply. We take the action that will lead to our victory. Don't assume your moral code takes precedence above all others.
I get the impression you know how to make people talk. Think you can break his arm?
No, don't!
Gonna talk?
What the hell, Carter? We don't torture people.
Shut up, dipshit.
Did you forget what uniform you're wearing? What it stands for? This isn't like you.
He'll live. Isn't that what you want?
Don't you twist my words like that.
Shut up.
I have only just begun.
Stop, please! Wait! The warp cores. Our technology is amplifying the ship's output, and it still relies on the warp cores to provide plasma to the engines. Disable those, and the ship grinds to a halt.
Sabotage.
This displays for all life forms on the ship. This is where the infiltrators are. The central artery of ship systems. Sensors, propulsion, weapons. And this is engineering.
It's deserted.
If I can get us there, can you cripple my ship? Not something I'd normally ask. But I'm coming around to it.
You just worry about getting us there. I'll handle the rest.
This plan of yours has one problem. It strands us. Left out of the fight when there's a war going on.
Our fight is here, now. This is how we do the most good. For the Empire.
For the Empire.
So, Carter, you didn't beam out after all. I thought you'd escaped when we boarded. I had almost hoped you'd made it off. And Nilly's there with you too, right? It's good you two are together. I know you're here, Carter. Your technology is so simple to us. You're not a fighter. I know it. You know it. That's why you're hiding. Somewhere on this ship. But the Takan Empire has so much to offer you. Think of all the knowledge lost for 500,000 years that you'd have access to. I know you want more from life, and I want to show you what you could be a part of. Not just the wonders you've already seen from us.
Why are they still wearing their Starfleet uniforms?
We had the power to move stars. Carter, you have a thirst for discovery. And a part of you would remain to experience the things I can show you. But if you try to fight it...
You have Miranda's voice, but you're not her. And you don't know me.
Of course I do. I remember... well, I remember everything. I remember us. So I'll just explain the
all 5
reality
minutes
of
of
what
it.
you're up against. Every one of us on this crusade has fought wars more brutal and consuming than you could fathom. But I want to reach a peaceful resolution to this. Carter, we have a plan for you. And for the others, too. We don't want to have to destroy you.
I'll negotiate with Miranda. Our Miranda. When you release her.
She's still here. In a way. We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Our comm badges. She's tracking our location with them.
If we have to use force to free our fellow Scions, there will be casualties.
We can't stay here. And we need to disable the transmitters.
Where'd you go? You don't want to talk to me?
She's trying to keep you talking.
I mean, I get it. But I'm trying to help you.
Got it.
Mine's done too.
Time to hit the road.
You've forgotten something. They know where we're going.
Set to stun. You're not going to shoot a guy who's unconscious, are you?
You keep getting in my way.
You already broke his arm. What more do you want to do?
I want to eliminate loose ends.
And I did that for you.
You two forget you're on the same side? Come on!
Such a shit.
Now let's move it.
She can fuck off as well. She's getting on my tits. I'm starting to agree with him, to be honest. Oh yes, we get to go see the Guardian. Do this, then we're taking a short coffee break.
Our coordinates match the exact location where Riker met Portal 6-3.
Unlike Riker's team, we beamed down without a problem.
It's quiet.
Portal has to know we're here.
If he won't come to us, we'll go to him. Spread out.
Table.
Already gave it a
Have a look
scan.
at stuff.
Dead. Whole planet feels like it's been turned to stone.
Tell you what, it's a little bit. It might actually still be a little bit too sensitive now. Let's turn it down another notch. Oh, that's nice. Scorch marks.
Burn marks.
The report mentioned phaser fire being redirected toward these strange crystals.
It also mentioned Portal calling down lightning bolts.
Better keep our guards up.
So what else we got? Some person over there to speak to. Stuff over here, look at. What are you standing there for?
Anything unusual, Commander?
It's all unusual, to be honest. We've precious little data on this planet, so brief was Captain Riker's visit. Anything he didn't see himself is a total unknown.
We deal with unknowns all the time. Part of the job.
I'm accustomed to dealing with the unknown from my station on the bridge.
Alright.
If I recall right, Geordi LaForge transported in here, hanging upside down.
I guess we're lucky we were spared the indignity.
These crystals are dormant.
Riker's report said they were glowing, that they served as energy collectors. It could be a good sign they're inactive. The Guardian of the Takan doesn't have his guard up.
This is where Portal 6-3 projected his image.
He was guarding this bridge. That has to mean something.
We'll move forward when you're ready, Commander.
Not ready yet. It's a way to change it, isn't there?
Doctor?
Commander, keeping an eye on those iridium levels? Good. Last thing we need are your cells destabilizing on a hostile alien
Oh yeah, I
planet.
forgot about that. Her race basically needs this stuff. Keep her alive. Can anyone remember how to change the old thing? That puts it away. Okay. Ah, it doesn't. Okay. I think that's it for around this bit. Tap across this bridge. I'm guessing he's going to appear.
Follow me. Ends here.
Shoot the crystals with your phasers.
Is it me, or did that path just disappear?
There was a path there a moment ago.
There must be an explanation.
Yeah, it's our man. Matey boy.
Tetrametric pulses.
Same energy as the other Takan technology.
Most of the crystals appear dormant. What's different about this one?
Readings indicate there's a cavity in the rock right behind it.
We could try melting a hole through the wall with our phasers.
Worth a try.
No, it's not.
Nothing.
There's gotta be a weakness. Somewhere it isn't totally solid.
it? There it is. No? What am I shooting at here? What's going on? Yeah, shoot the crystal.
An illusion.
I'm sure that wall was as real as the rest of them. I felt it.
It's almost like our holodeck technology, but far more advanced.
The crystals must be absorbing the energy from our phasers.
I'm picking up something. A biosignature. It's faint, but it's there.
With me.
Another dead end.
Nope.
Or another illusion.
Crewman LaRue, if you would.
Duval to Resolute. Beam crewman LaRue directly to medical.
Is he okay?
He'll live.
Not all crystals work the same, it seems.
Don't fire your phasers at any crystals unless we're sure they're putting out the same pulses as before.
Commander, I may be able to speed up the process. I can now detect many different wavelengths of radiation simply by looking. The Takan radiation is unusual, so I can't quite clear it all up, but I was able to eliminate many of the non-tetrametric crystals. Your tricorder should warn you.
That's an enormous help. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's my honor.
All right.
Tetrametric. Good sign.
Commander!
Look at that.
Trust, but verify.
Indeed.
We don't have any data about what's below the surface on Delphi Ardu 4. And I don't feel a particularly strong urge to find out.
Then that makes two of us.
Hang on, I was halfway across the... What? Did I cross the thing, or did it... What on earth? I was halfway across the bridge, and then it put me back at the start of this game. So janky! Jank Trek. Oh no, let me guess, we can't get any further. Oh look.
Good.
Good. Basically, get as far as you can go and then look for crystals near the bit as far as you can go to, and it'll be tetrametric. And you can press it and you can go further. Again, I'm not going to begrudge it because it's a good story and I've enjoyed it.
Tetrametric. Better go see what's different.
actually get back the way. Oh, okay. Also, it basically tells you what to do. Shoot that yellowy one then. No? Get up, jump there. I can't hit that though from here. An interesting proposition, and I understand it. It's just, yeah, I hear you. Okay. What is... No! What the fuck? No problem. It's that one, alright, but... So it won't let me shoot anything else. I found it. It's not letting... I mean, I found something. It's there. It's just not letting me do anything. There's nowhere else to go. Can't climb, can't get in. Aha, what about these ones? No. Well. We've hit upon a bit of a poser here, as I don't think. Yeah, I know. What? What, so there's some hidden? Are you telling me there's some... I didn't even see that.
The way's clear. Good work, Commander.
We'll make sure it's safe.
How'd you get down there? Really does guide you. You basically have to push forwards.
Incredible.
The plants here are actually alive. Is this the biosignature you detected, Doctor?
No. Not a match.
Tetrametric.
Then it's
You
creating
don't
an illusion
fucking
as well.
say.
Based on the data we have so far.
Only one thing left to do.
Doctor, be ready to beam us out if it turns out we're wrong.
Duval to Resolute. Lock transporter on away team.
Amazing.
There's nothing like this in any Federation record.
The plants.
'Twas an illusion.
Barbarians.
It's him.
How dare you disturb me? I'd hoped you had enough sense to leave of your own accord, but here you stand. Fools. In another time, I would have destroyed you and your ship simply for setting foot in this place. Fortunately for you, that time has passed.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. We've come a long way to meet you.
Guardian. I am guardian of nothing. The Takan no longer exist. I don't care to be reminded. If this is why you've come, then you should leave. Now.
I'm surprised you don't know. With your powers, can't you learn anything?
I can. But you should mind your words.
The Resolute's database is being accessed.
The Takan have returned? After so long, how could they? Explain. Now.
Draconian technology made it possible. To enable the transfer of consciousness from one being to another after physical death. We call it bioforming. A group of Draconians calling themselves Scions of the Flame used it to reawaken after hundreds of millennia.
Scions of the Flame?
Is something wrong?
They're separatists.
I'd hardly call them Takan. They were a radical faction with beliefs outside the mainstream.
Yeah.
Beliefs that lesser life forms should serve as vessels to ensure Takan immortality. You want me to help you destroy them. That's why you've come. You want to destroy these Scions.
I won't lie to you. Yes, we want to destroy them.
Finally, Some honesty.
They have an incredibly powerful energy source they call the Cartabula.
These scions have the Cartabula.
And they've used it as a weapon against us.
1 second. I'm going to see if I can fix this. Because I think we might be able to get the image looking a bit better. Bear with me. Yes, this will look strange for a second, folks. Not to worry. I'm just going to try and bring everything to the corner so you get to see basically what I can see. That looks a bit better. How's that? Let's have a look at this now.
I will speak with you alone.
Ah, yes, get him. There you go.
What are you doing? Where are we? Where's my team?
They're safe where we left them. That the scions have stolen the Cartabula is deeply concerning. And to be honest, I'd rather speak with you alone, John Rydek.
This all seems very unnecessary, if you ask me. Janky.
Your colleagues don't know what it means to be the last of one's kind. You and I are remnants of fallen civilizations. The Kobliad, the Tekon. One dying, one dead. Our species could not be more different, but we both know the meaning of loss.
But he gets it.
The others wouldn't understand. It's beyond their ability to comprehend.
But I'm not alone in the Federation. I'm a part of something larger, just like your Tekon Empire was.
We are not the same.
Oh dear. Did I upset him? Seeing as I don't think you're gonna let me fall, I'm just gonna bolt.
Tell me, why spend your days away from your own people when so few of them are left? Why live your life working for this federation to which the Kobliad do not even belong? And submit yourself to their authority? It makes no sense. Not by my logic.
It's true, the Kobliad chose not to join the Federation when the offer was made. And I could have chosen to stay on my home planet, waiting for the next shipment of Diridium to arrive, biding my time and fearing for the worst. Instead, I chose to embrace the future, not fear it. Joining Starfleet gave me the opportunity not just to help my own people, but countless more. You told Riker you'd wait until you were needed. You're needed now. We need you.
As much as it pains me to learn the Cartabula has fallen into the hands of the Scions, my services are not up for offer.
So why bring me here?
To be chosen as a portal was to give one's entire self to the cause of protecting the Tekon Empire. I left behind everything I know, and now you want me to turn against my own people. A betrayal of my oath, and everything I vowed to protect.
The Tekon had their time. The Empire rose and fell like so many others.
What you call bioforming, we thought of as a marginal science. But if these reborn Takan plan to restore the Empire, is that a disaster to be avoided? Taconian technology is so advanced, it could save millions of species currently on the brink of extinction, including your own. And at the price of a small few, think of how the many could benefit. Instead, it sounds as if you are reacting out of fear before you have a full understanding of what's at stake. I don't think you've given this full consideration. You may have more to gain than to lose.
The Takan Empire is gone. It had its opportunity and proved unable to survive. There must have been a reason the Takan have faded to a distant memory. It ran its course. And those of us who are here now deserve to choose our own fate.
You said the Takan vanished for a reason. I cannot claim our empire was without sin. I'm curious to see these scions masquerading as true Takan. So I will go with you, and we shall find them. But when we do, I will judge them myself as a guardian of the Takan, to understand their true intentions, for better or worse.
It's certainly your right to make your own decisions. I won't tell you otherwise.
Very well. I'll return you now.
Okay, we seem to have sorted
Commander!
it out with him.
Hold your fire. I'm all right. He's coming with us.
We assumed the worst.
She's perfectly fine. Now then, shall we?
All right. We can beam up your... Do you have any equipment or tools?
Whoa.
This is all I need.
Away Team +1. Ready to beam up.
Meanwhile,
Four warp cores. That's interesting.
Redundancy. If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
Where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers. I thought you would know what to do.
We understand how to operate it under normal conditions, but not the intricacies.
You're in good hands. We can do this.
I trust that you can.
You at least know where we should start?
This way.
Yes. Yeah, a little bit more haste on the situation would be great.
What are we dealing with?
There's a way to... there we go, that's how you change it. change levels.
Cores are running really hot. Makes sense, since they've been producing at max output since we left Otari space.
No ship can run for very long like that. Not before a catastrophic failure hits.
Oh, great.
It's right on the edge. We just need to figure out a way to give it a push.
Bet that console down there could tell us a few things.
Well, let's go down there then. Where'd it go? Foxy. How'd you get down there? Jack.
Whatever we do, we need to make sure the Takan can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Warp core ejection. So the question is, how do we make it happen?
There must be a way. Safety protocols might be a shout.
The safety protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection. Reduce output, command override. Cease matter, antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer control.
Even command functions can't override one of the most crucial safety measures.
Ah, okay.
So the protocol's
So
still
that doesn't
active.
work.
That's good. Like we saw on the bridge, all 4 warp cores are operating at full capacity. The reactor coolant system is operating at emergency containment levels.
It's just barely keeping the temperature in check.
Maybe we can use that. If it gets this high, their system considers a reactor breach imminent. Looks like if sensors show a core is about to rupture, the computer will eject it automatically rather than risk a breach.
So we need to increase the warp core's temperatures.
If we destroy the coolant regulators, there won't be anything to keep these reactors from going over.
And it will trigger the ejection. Let's peel these suckers open. I'll take that one.
I'll take the one next to it.
The second you two start dumping cores, the Takan will know we're here.
We'll be vulnerable. Stuck in one place while you work.
We will have to make a stand.
Start thinking about an escape plan. I have a feeling we're gonna need one.
We'll barricade the door. Work quickly.
We might not have our tools, but our phasers can do this in a pinch.
Really don't like her.
We better get this right. If we foul it up and this whole thing goes boom...
Then we've lost nothing.
We don't know how much damage that Cartabula will do.
There goes the galaxy.
Could be that bad.
Could be.
We'll get it right.
It's not a Starfleet warp core, but the coolant regulator has to be in here somewhere.
Oh, they're like...
There you are. Time to heat things up.
Warning. Warning. Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Okay, now they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Just one more to go.
They're here!
They're cutting through the door. We don't have much time.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
getting up far. Is he trying to hit the box? It's very difficult. Indeed. Retrying story mode, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Well tough.
Go! Finish!
Alright, let's go. Any way of standing up without being a FUD? Moving at any kind of speed? No? Alright then.
Hey! Would you mind not shooting at the matter-antimatter reactor?
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done. We're all dead.
Get on with it! Oh, so you only get 3 seconds. She got hit. That boy's Dee Dee's just fallen into pose. Oh, fuck this.
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done, or we're all dead.
Is it glitched? There's no more baddies. I think it's glitched. Oh well. I think we're just supposed to just survive, but it's decided not to give us any more because we're so poor at this. Okay, shoot the door. Well, I'm hoping that it just times out.
Just about got it! No! Shoot! Now!
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core. Warp drive disengaged.
I love how the subtitles and the words don't actually match up. I would say the music for this does leave a little to be desired sometimes. It doesn't sound very Star Trek.
Itasca, can you climb?
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Surella, my friend.
But like I say, I will say the story's good. The story's Star Trek, and that's what matters. No, it's not the greatest.
You want me? I'm right here.
Sort of shooting him. Yeah, it's a bit janky, but the story's good, and it does feel quite Star Trek. And it could do with a little bit of polishing and slightly better music. Oh, bless her.
Not you, too.
Calm yourself, child. It will all be better soon. Wake up, Manka Umet. Return to us. Rejoin the flame.
To reclaim what was lost.
We don't need to watch this.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay. But this isn't the end. I will avenge Itasca. Swear to me, you will join me in this.
How about we try to save her?
That's a dream.
We have a mission. We have to stay on track because this is bigger than all of us.
They defile my poor Itasca with every moment they take breath in her body. I will not let that stand.
He's gonna have to let him go do his thing, I think.
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you. I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they might send a ship of a more recent vintage. But, apparently not.
It may not be a Taconian ship, but the Resolute is one of the best we've got. So don't disparage it.
I was just asking.
Stay stern with him.
Something wrong?
Not at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Tacon Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary. Most lesser civilizations willingly joined the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict. That was always our challenge. And perhaps, ultimately, our downfall.
The Federation prides itself on its inclusiveness. I'd say it's one of our greatest strengths.
As the Vulcans say, infinite diversity in infinite combinations.
Interesting. I'd be curious to meet one of these Vulcans.
You'll get to.
If this is the best you have, then so be it. To locate this scion, Galvan, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
Full access?
Huh. You must be out of your mind.
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. And with all due respect to your advanced technology, the simple fact is that I won't be able to locate him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front. I'll need to make certain modifications.
I can't promise anything, but let me see what I can do.
Just know, without it, I won't be able to help you.
This isn't gonna fly.
Tough shit, has
I'll
to.
see you on the bridge. Captain Solano,
Oh,
I'd like to
God,
introduce you
not
to
this
Portal
guy.
6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation, at least.
He's been kind enough to agree to help us find Galvin.
I am at your service, to whatever extent I can be of help.
If nothing else, I'm sure you're happy for a change of scenery. You spent
Hey, will you shut
600,000
up?
years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what, exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
You said you needed my help.
This guy...
I didn't come
Cat,
here to be
I'm not being
insulted.
funny, but how do we get rid of
Perhaps
him?
that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
You'll have to forgive him. I'm sure he meant nothing by it.
I know exactly what he meant. His disrespect speaks for itself.
I'm merely curious where your allegiances might lie. And clearly it's with the Takan.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalties. To the Takan, not to the Scions of the Flame, who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Takan. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question.
Says
Tell me
the
that's
man who
not
lied
what
to
you
his own
promised.
superior officer.
We're vulnerable enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything?
Captain, I know it's a risk, but right now it's our best shot at finding Galvin and that ship.
Now I understand your reluctance. I never imagined offering to help would be met with such ignorance. Bordering on incompetence.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither away back on your pathetic little rock.
Captain?
You clearly do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the Scions pose. So myopic is your focus on your own
Yes,
ego.
he's true. He's right.
I
He's
will
right.
not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip you a new one, pal. You are a
I waited
prick.
600,000 years for this.
Jesus.
You realize this puts me in an incredibly difficult position.
I'm tired of you, mate.
I was against seeking him out from the start. But now, to give him access to our systems?
You have
It's
made
insane.
error after error,
You
Jameson.
somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
We talked about this on Delphi Ardu. The reason he's here is because he's with us, not them. He came to help us, and he wouldn't be here otherwise.
We can't afford to get this wrong.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew, Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked.
Yeah, but
here
you
we
make
are.
bad choices, so we go
You know what
against
this
your
mission
choices,
means to us.
old man.
Not just for the Federation, but for me personally.
I don't care about you
Can't
personally.
afford another
Mate,
screw-up.
you are done.
Losing
you
the shield
are
algorithms
done.
was bad enough. This
I
could be
don't
the end of my
care.
career.
I don't care.
I'm sorry, Captain. You know I support you, but
No, not
millions of
anymore,
lives
though.
and the future of the Federation are at stake here. Both of which are more important right now than your career.
Yeah.
It's not just mine. It's both of ours.
So?
Then so be it.
Yeah.
I'm going to trust your instincts on
And
this
we just
one.
do everything against this.
I just
prick
hope
now.
you're right. For both of our sakes.
What's it got to do
Let
with
me know if you find anything.
Really have had it with the captain.
We're good. You may begin.
I will, of course, have to make a few modifications.
What kind of modifications?
To find Taconian technology requires Taconian technology. If this Scion Gallivan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours.
Yo, what?
The galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
How long
I
will it
found
take?
something. There you are.
What is it? Galvin?
Someone is using Taconian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but it's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Rydick to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
I'm getting all kinds of interference. Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's
don't
what
care.
I get for questioning the advice of my first officer. You always have my back.
They say the true measure of a leader is being able to admit your mistakes. So thank you.
Next time I'll do a better job of listening.
Yeah, maybe you should, prick.
Nice work. Let me know if you find anything more.
Will do. What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Taconian device on this ship being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
Engineering.
Take care of the Taconian device, and I can find Galvan for you. It's designed to interfere with all transmissions, or at least delay and confuse the effort to find Galvan's ship.
Hold on. My understanding is that Takan technology requires a Takan to operate. Is there another Takan on this ship?
The Scions could have someone on the ship, doing everything they can to stop us from finding Galvan.
Probably.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find that ship.
Here's hoping.
Engineers would have found this device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder.
Oh, more tricorder fun.
There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
Oh, yeah.
That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here. Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
I actually don't mind the scanning bits, it's kind of cool.
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
Wait, hang on. There's a radiation leak in engineering and you're not bothered. I see. Oh. It's slowed down. Oh, a terrible slowdown, and then it's sped up again.
Found it.
What, you couldn't see the orange glow coming from underneath?
Excuse me. Do you belong here? Commander Rydek. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you.
Oh, dear.
Paul. Calloway, right?
Yes. You know, it means a lot that you remembered. What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
I was looking for you.
Under the console?
Dropped my tricorder. But I do need your help. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty.
Either that or you're a Takan.
Well, I'll leave you alone already. Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duval finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylus?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
Not Tylus, it's the doctor.
Maybe Tylus saw something.
Maybe it's the doctor and not Tylus.
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duval, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
Oh, man.
That's Taconian technology. Does that mean there's a Scion on board? But Dr. Duval bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member, I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
Someone evaded detection and planted that device.
Which would mean they've been with us this whole time.
That's a point. Miranda might have just done it.
Listening.
Why couldn't it have been Miranda?
All the more reason why we have to find them.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the Scions as much as anybody.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
She seems alright. I don't. She's clearly not a dodger.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Yep.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the Scions as well. You never know.
Good point.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
Alright.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
I'll filter out the duplicates.
That helps.
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering.
This is manageable.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari.
Why make me press the buttons? Why not just do it? Because that's
Let's
what I have
see
to
who's
do
left.
anyway. You might as well just show me the FMV. I knew it! I knew it!
This can't be right.
What?
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was
J.
here
Jonah
when
Jameson
he
is
was
at
dubbed
it.
by Ardu-4, which would have been the perfect opportunity. And no one would question him. He's the captain.
Does make sense.
As much as I hate to admit it, assuming it's true, it does explain why he was so opposed to getting help from Portal.
And he made several trips to Hotari, so they had plenty of opportunity to target him.
What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
Why didn't
How
she?
is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
You gotta go get
It's
him.
not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need
I
it.
still think it's the doctor, not the captain.
I found the device.
I'm not convinced it's the captain. I
Interference
still
is
think it
gone.
might be the doctor.
I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the Usonia system.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Takan. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal. Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
We have to somehow intercept him. How long till he arrives?
Oh, he's much too far ahead of us. We'll never arrive before he does. If Galvin and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous.
Ah, but you don't know the
My
engineer
people
dude and
had
his missus
such
will stop
power
them.
at the height of the Empire. The Takan were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion, hidden among your crew, and it is unlikely this interference device was the Scion saboteur's only trap.
Yeah, you'd like
If
to
we
think they
reach
would probably
Galvin,
slot
the
it
saboteur
down.
cripples your ship. We will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is? They may well do more damage if left alone. Time is not on your side.
Just leave that to me. I hope to resolve it soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with
The
this
longer
myself.
you wait, the more time we lose. Bioforming was so rare at the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if it has taken place. Whoever you suspect, proof is something you will have to provide on your own.
I'll have it. Once I've bioscanned the person I suspect. I just need to visit Dr. Duval.
To bioscan her.
That's quite the claim. Told me you were worried about him. But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
It's her!
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
That would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him unfit to serve.
If you're right, this is the worst-case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this? If you fail, that's it. The end of your career. Maybe your life.
I am. I have to be.
Good. You know what this is going to take. I'm in. We can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it.
You don't know that.
We need at least another member.
You
of
don't
the
know
senior
that.
staff
Like, wait,
to
whoa.
Or this
You
could all
can't say he's gonna
blow up
refuse.
in
You
our
might have gone,
faces.
oh shit, yeah, go for it. And it's you.
You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
It's lazy writing. Because if it is Solano, that's lazy. Drop down one. Folks, I'm going to pause it there. Because we've been doing a couple hours. And it's time to take a short break. But what I will be doing, try and get this back to yeah. Okay, so let's get this back to some sort of, let's put it, I'm just going to get this so you guys get as little window as possible, you see, or so you get as little black in the screen as possible. And that's not too bad. We'll leave it at that, I think. If I tinker with it, it will just never stop. It's one of those ones. You're never going to get it just right. There we go, folks. Right. Gonna have some lunch. Do some bits and bobs. We may be back today. If not, it'll be next week. But thank you very much for tuning in. Was Solano the Dodger? We'll find out soon. Until next time, I've been Captain Hank. This has been Star Trek Resurgence, and you've been fantastic. Ta-da!